Phones, money.
Dude, not again. Come on.
Give me the bag.
It's just comics.
Look at this asshole just watching. Would you do anything differently?
Dave Lazowski is an ordinary teenager living a boring life. Dave isn't popular, doesn't have any superpowers, and is usually accompanied by his friends Todd and Marty. They are always bullied. Dave has one big question that changes his life. Why has no one ever tried to become a real-life superhero? One day after leaving a comic book store, Dave and his friends are mugged by two gangsters demanding their belongings. Inspired by that incident, and because no one came to help him, Dave decides to buy a green and yellow costume from the internet and become a superhero named Kick-Ass, even though he has no powers at all, not even basic fighting skills. Dave tries on his costume, like Spider-Man, but it doesn't go well. Then he spots the same two guys who had robbed him the day before. Dave feels that this is his moment to become a hero, and confronts the two men again.
Two cheap shit losers screwing with a car that someone probably worked their ass off to pay for.
But his first mission goes horribly wrong. When he tries to stop a car theft, Dave gets stabbed and then hit by a car. He survives, but his body ends up filled with metal plates and damaged nerves, which makes him less sensitive to pain. After recovering, Dave returns to action. This time, he starts small by helping find a missing cat. Kick-Ass spots the cat on top of a billboard, but when he tries to rescue it, he falls and causes a passerby to trip over him. Later, he tries to protect someone from a group of thugs. He manages to hit one, but then the rest gang up on him and beat him badly. The incident is recorded by people around and quickly goes viral on the internet. The name Kick-Ass suddenly becomes famous. On YouTube, the video reaches millions of views. Because of this, Dave creates a website where people can contact Kick-Ass for help. On his next mission, Kick-Ass gets a message from the girl he likes, Katie. She wants him to scare off a guy named Rasul, a black man who's been harassing her. When Kick-Ass confronts Rasul and his gang, they intimidate him, but he refuses to back down and uses his electric weapon. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and Rasul pulls a knife, ready to hurt him. Suddenly, Rasul drops to the ground. A young girl named Hit Girl appears, a brutally fast, highly trained little assassin. She kills everyone there effortlessly. She works with her father, Big Daddy, a former cop with an obsessive personality and a personal vendetta.
You're gonna be fine, baby doll.
Big Daddy's real name is Damon McCready, a former detective who was framed and sent to prison by a mafia boss named Frank D'Amico. After his release, Damon trained his daughter to become a killing machine so they could take revenge on Frank. Big Daddy and Hit Girl like Kick-Ass and invite him to join them in taking down the mafia. Frank D'Amico is a major drug dealer who starts losing control as his men are hunted by a mysterious figure. Not Kick-Ass, but actually Hit Girl and Big Daddy. However, since Kick-Ass is more popular in the media, Frank believes that he is the one responsible. One day, Frank spots someone dressed as Kick-Ass walking by. He follows him and beats him to death. A witness sees the murder, so Frank kills him too. But the man in the costume wasn't actually Kick-Ass. He was just someone dressed like him. Frank gets furious when the news only reports about Kick-Ass. His son Chris then decides to disguise himself as a fake hero named Red Mist to get close to Kick-Ass and trap him. He appears and offers to be Kick-Ass's partner. Using Red Mist's car, they go to a place that Red Mist says will be fun for both of them. But the place is on fire, with bodies scattered everywhere. Inside the burning building, Red Mist finds several corpses, while Kick-Ass discovers people with slit throats, evidence that someone had killed them before setting the fire. Red Mist takes a teddy bear from the scene, and they both rush out. Meanwhile, Frank, in his office, blames Kick-Ass for burning down his warehouse, a major hub for his drug operations. However, Chris brings him proof that it wasn't Kick-Ass. He reveals that the teddy bear contains a hidden camera. They play the footage and see Big Daddy killing and burning everyone inside the warehouse. Frank and his crew don't know who the man is, but they suspect that Kick-Ass might. So, Red Mist suggests working together with Kick-Ass to grow stronger as heroes. But it's actually a trap to locate Big Daddy and Hit Girl. Kick-Ass, unaware of the trick, agrees to join them. At first, Big Daddy hesitates, but he eventually allows it. Then suddenly, Red Mist regrets betraying Kick-Ass.
Hi, I'm Hit Girl.
Kick-Ass, I'm sorry! I'm gonna fire this asshole.
A bazooka.
He begs his father, Frank, to spare him, but Frank refuses. The Mafia plans to kill all superheroes so that no one else will dare to become one. They broadcast a live stream to the public under Kick-Ass's name, using masked criminals to threaten anyone who dreams of being a hero. The Mafia begins torturing Kick-Ass and Big Daddy in front of thousands of live viewers. One of the gangsters prepares to set Big Daddy on fire, but suddenly, Hit Girl appears and kills him, plunging the room into darkness and disrupting the broadcast. Using her night vision goggles, she hunts down and kills the thugs one by one. But one of the criminals lights a match, setting Big Daddy ablaze, making everything visible again. Hit Girl uses a flash grenade to blind the enemies and shuts down the live stream. Big Daddy, now dying, tells Hit Girl to avenge him and continue their mission. Hit Girl and Kick-Ass return to their hideout and prepare their gear for one final night. That night, a woman walks into a reception area asking to use the phone, but unexpectedly, the small woman slaughters everyone there. It's actually Hit Girl. Meanwhile, Kick-Ass watches everything through surveillance cameras. He prepares himself as Hit Girl moves through the building, taking out guards one by one. The guards realize there's an intruder and brace themselves. With 2 pistols in her hands, Hit Girl wipes out nearly everyone. When her bullets run out, she hides behind a table and grabs a knife. 3 guards remain, panicking because most of their team is dead. They realize Hit Girl is cornered and out of ammo. Frank and his son Chris are terrified, guarded by their head of security. When the guard goes to check the situation, Hit Girl surprises him. She's still in control. The guard then grabs a bazooka. Kick-Ass arrives just in time, taking out all the remaining guards. Now it's the final showdown, Hit Girl versus Frank and Kick-Ass versus Red Mist. The fights are intense. Hit Girl gets cornered, while Kick-Ass manages to subdue Red Mist. He grabs the bazooka and fires it at Frank, killing him instantly. They escape before things get worse. After that day, Hit Girl and Kick-Ass meet again. They decide to disappear and live normal lives. Mindy, Hit Girl, enrolls at Dave's school. She gets bullied by seniors, but they have no idea who she really is.